Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we will discuss about calculate function. Calculate function is a filtering function. It is very popular in Power BI, and today we will focus on this function. As you can see, the measure needs an expression which can be any function or a measure, and then it applies multiple filters, as many as we want. These filters have to be true, and that's the first condition. Otherwise, they will return a blank result. I will explain what I mean by true filters. So I have this table, and for example, I would like to know the output of pieces by several filters. Like, for example, I'm going to check equipment number 3. I would like to filter by this. This is the first filter. Then I would like to filter by shift 1. This is the second filter. And then I would like to filter by downtime category, let's say machine errors. All these filters are true because they all will show me the final result, like 734 units. When I say untrue filters, it could be, for example, let me show you. So we have quality, machine errors, and corrective maintenance. If I would say the last filter changeover, it will not be. So again, I will filter second by shift, and third I will filter by changeover, but as you can see, it is not in the list. So that means that the result will be blank. So every time when we want to filter, we need all filters to be true. Okay, so now let's just do some examples. So we go back to have our full table. Okay, so we are back in Power BI. The first condition is to, like always, to make sure that our data set is formatted properly. So that's very important, because at some point, if our column states are not formatted well, we will get some problems, issues when we use a calculation function or any other function. So I have date. It is important to have all our columns formatted well. So either we have text or numbers, it's okay. But if we have text and also numbers on the same column, we may have problems when we use our calculation function. So make sure that your data set is formatted well first. Okay, now let's just make our first measure. So we click right, new measure. We can also choose new measure from the top bar. So let's call this output by shift 1. Output by shift 1. And we will say calculate, open parenthesis, and now we need to add an expression. So because we want to know the output for several filters, we will say sum of our report output goods, and then we will apply and we need to close parentheses, of course, and comma, and we will apply several filters as we discussed. So we will say report shift 1 because I want to filter by shift 1, so this is equal to quotes, or we don't need quotes, this is just integer. Then we want just to split a little bit formula so that we can see easily. So we press shift enter and you can see that it was moved below. Shift enter again, and second filter will be by machine name equipment number 3. So we'll say report machine name equal. Now we can put quotes because this is text. So we go back here by equipment 3, just copy and paste our formula, quotes, comma, shift enter, and third report, third filter will be report downtime category. Report downtime category, and we want to know for machine errors, for example. But let's just copy it from Excel. Machine errors. Okay. Now we can close parentheses and hit enter. Good. We'll just create a folder. We go on model view. We have here display folder. We'll write A and measures. Hit enter, and you can see that we have a folder. It begins with A, and that's the reason it's just moved up here. So now we can just go in Visual Report back, and we can open a card and add our first measure. So it is 734 units. It is similar like in our Excel. We will take equipment number 3, shift 1, and machine errors here, and we have 734, so that's correct. Okay, let's just go back. Now we can do the same thing by using a measure instead at the expression function instead of a function, as we did now. So I could put here just a measure, and to work a little bit faster I will not have to write every time sum. So let's do like a measure, a new measure. We will call it output. So it works both the ways. So I will say report output goods. And now if I go back in my initial formula, and if I change this with output measure, I get the same result. So you can see that nothing changed, so we get same output. Okay, just to make it a little bit nicer, put shadow. And that's it. Okay. For example, we can also use other functions like minim and maxim, or even sum x. So we can add any function you like. So let's just try one with minim and maxim function. So we can say output for maximum efficiency, for maximum efficiency, and let's just go in our Excel. So what I want to do now to filter is to get the output for minimal efficiency, and let's say maximum efficiency. Of course, these numbers are only for our exercise, they are not real, but let's just make a try. So we can say calculate, and we say now we have a measure, we can write just output, click. And now for minimum maximum, for example, we always need to indicate in the filter area the column of our table, and then again we can apply minimum or maximum. It is not like in Excel when we write the maximum of. Here is a little bit different. So first of all, we need to put the column. So we have our report table name, which is here, and we go for efficiency. Let's see, where is it? Here. And I cannot write like this. If I want to get the maximum of it, I cannot write maximum because I will get an error. So if I close parentheses, you will see the true false expression does not specify a column. So as you can see, first of all I have to specify my column, right? And then say equal again. Now we can add our maximum function again on our column. So something like this. Report efficiency, close parenthesis, hit enter. And now we can just build a new card, copy paste. Okay, just put the initial one. And here is our measure. So for the maximum efficiency we have 70K. Let's just put some digits. $69K. So let's just check. So the maximum efficiency will be here, and the output should be this one. 69K 558. 69K 558, which is correct. We can do same thing for minimum, for example. We just change here from maximum to minimum, hit enter, and we see that we have 26K, and should be 26K also here for 10%. 26K, so it is correct. Great. Now I would like to introduce you a few operators like and or, so that you know that you can use it if you need it in some, I don't know, scenarios where you want to analyze your data. So for example, let's make a new measure and just call this output measure end. Output measure end. So end is an operator, so we will say calculate. And what I want now to do is to go here in Excel. I can show you much easily. So I want to know the output for a filter from our product qualified column, like yes, and I want also for downtime category. We say missing labels. Missing labels, where is it? Here. So, as we discussed in the beginning of our session, both filters have to be true, right? So for example, if I filter now yes, and then if I filter now missing label, you see that is not here, so I will get a blank result, and I'm gonna show you that with the measure. So we say calculate, and we say output measure, and now we have to say product qualified column, so we say report and product qualified equals to yes. This is the first filter, so let me just put the data more organized. Shift enter, and for the second filter I will not put here comma after yes. I will just write the operator and, which is these two signs, right? Shift enter again, and now I will add the second filter, which will be report. I apologize, my coffee machine just started to make some noise. So second filter will be report, and downtime category, it's here, equal to, and we say missing labels, but we don't have it here, so let me just find it. Missing labels. Codes, missing labels, then we close parentheses and hit enter. Now we make a new card. We just delete the initial measure, and we add our measure. So you can see it's a blank result, of course, because one of our filter is not true. So meaning that if I filter for yes, the first filter was true because I have data here, but when I'm trying to filter about missing operator, missing labels, I don't have that option. So that's the reason we get blank result. But if I would have to filter it for corrective maintenance, let me just copy this. I would have got a good result. So we change missing labels with corrective maintenance, and we will have an output like 57K. So if I will filter now by corrective maintenance, we have 57K, so which is correct. Good. Let's just get back. And now we can also discuss about OR function. OR function is a little bit different, and it is not like AND function where you have to have all the filters true. With OR, it is enough that you have one filter true, and the other one, if is untrue, you will get the result of true filter. So with OR function, we can, let's say, just focus on product qualified and downtime category, and we want to know everything, the output for all options with yes. right? That will be our first filter. And then we want to know about corrective maintenance. Let's do it with another color. So the function OR will look on the both filters, and it will actually, if they both are true, then the result will be something like this. So it will take this number, also these numbers, and as you can see here, corrective maintenance and filter yes are having the same cell number, cell reference, so it will take both, when the sum will be done, it will take both this number and also will take these numbers, which is from corrective maintenance, so they will be all summed up. So similarly here we have corrective maintenance 2, 3 also, and here also we have one from yes filter, one number, and again 2 numbers that comes from corrective maintenance. So all these numbers will be summed up. So let's make just a sum of it. So the result will be 2002K. So that's the way the function works, function OR. If, for example, this filter would have been, if this filter would have been untrue, the result will the output of our calculation function would have been applied only for yes filter. So let's just make an example. So now we say measure let's call it output measure OR. Output measure OR. And we say calculate. And we say our measure output. And now we need to apply our first filter, which will be report product qualified, report product qualified, where is it? Here, which will be, for example, yes, and let me just put it this, let me just split it. Okay, and now again we don't put comma, we press shift and enter, and we write the operator, the sign of function OR, which are 2 pipes like this one. So this means OR, shift enter. So I'm filtering for yes, or for downtime category, let's say report downtime category, and we want to filter for corrective maintenance. Let me put it here, close parenthesis, and hit enter. So if for OR function it is enough if you have only one filter true. If the other is untrue, it's not a problem, you will get the output for the first filter. With AND, both have to be the same. And in generally, when we write filter after filter in our formula, calculate formula, all have to be true. That's the main difference. So now let's make a new card, copy paste, and we add our OR function. So it is 202K. which is exactly as it is here. Good. Also, the OR function can be written like in, for example, instead of two pipes. The result will be, it's a slightly different, but the output is the same. So let me just try to show you. So of course we go with calculate output. So let me just write out, it's all okay. We go in report product qualify it, and after that we don't say yes, we can say directly, let me just delete this, we can put a sign, so put qualified, shift enter, and now we can put the sign of in, which is the operator for OR. The output will be same as the previous measure, where we use two pipes, which means also OR, and then shift enter. And in this case we need to specify the things that we want to filter from the report product qualified column. So for example, we need to open curly brackets like this one, add quotes, and say I want to filter my product qualified for yes, and comma, and I also want to filter it by in progress. So just copy this. Close parenthesis, hit enter, and let's see. So we have filtered for yes and in progress. Let's just go back in our table. Yes, in progress, and this will be the output, 242K, which is also 242K. So that was all for today. I hope this was useful. If you like it, please subscribe to my channel. See you next time. Bye.